visiting home for teachings with the beings. From a young age, before 5 years old, I would go travelling while sleeping. I would wake up on the floor, in the bathroom, and find bruises on my skin. I would go to the doctors with regards to the bruises. When I got older, they never found the reason why they would appear. I continued to travel up to this present day, but found it hard to remember everything. Only bits would manifest. This would scare me as a child, and would see it as nightmares. But why didn't anyone else share these nightmares like me? Why didn't they have bruises on their skin when they woke? Why didn't they wake up elsewhere? And why didn't they go travelling whilst asleep? I had so many questions in my head with no answers. In 2017, 3 beings came to visit that would change my life. The beings began to talk to me and give many teachings for humans to ponder on. They shared that it was home that I would travel to when I was younger, and that it was part of my contract to get teachings from them and for me to bring it into Earth when I was older. This made sense to me and felt right in my heart, and I connected with what they were sharing with me. I started to feel relaxed around them and was open to find out more. I was not scared, as I felt the love within the energy, and by me being open, I was able to listen and put the teachings into practice. This year, 2021, they started to take me to their home, where I would be taught many things to relay back to other humans, which they said is where I come from. I would go to sleep and they would come to collect me around 3:40 AM every night. For a while, I'd be taken at night but would not remember everything that happened. It was very vague, but enough to know I definitely went somewhere. There were times I would leave my body at 3:40 AM and felt like I had gone for a long time. And when I would look at the clock when I woke, it would only be 3:50 AM. Now that was very surprising for me. When I would visit their dimensional home, they would say, "We have only gone next door. We are not far to your earthly home." The beings would have a string that would be connected to them and myself at all times. While I would go travelling with them, I asked them once, "Why do we have a string to bind us?" They would say it is the supply cord of life. Humans may call it the umbilical cord between the mother and child at birth. What humans do not know is that the umbilical cord does not disconnect when it is cut. It just comes invisible to see. They never said much more on that matter. They would show how humans react to fear in many different ways. By our thoughts, by plants, creatures, our body, animals, and much more. Humans fear the unknown and known in many ways that will cause an effect on the environment. Fear is energy that humans are governed by, which changes their experiences on Earth. They explained how energy can change form in a moment. However, humans do not know how to use the energy within as we go out of ourselves for answers, and don't allow our inner doctor to show and tell us how. They like to call this our superpower. More than once, they would do some work on my brain. Well, this is what it felt like. I'd feel energy going through my brain. It did not hurt, but when I would wake back in Earth, I would feel a slight headache that would only be for a moment. then it would disappear. I never asked them what they were doing on my brain, as the thought would always leave my mind when I would remember. This was very similar with regards to my connection with the beings. When they made contact, I would remember them. However, when they weren't around, they would be totally out of my mind. I wouldn't remember them at all. I appreciated this, as it allowed me to get on with this earthly life. After all, I had a family, a hobby, a business, and foster children. In the pictures I have drawn, you will see tiny squares with a dot in the middle. These were other energies, what would be looking at the process. It's like they were being taught of the process that was happening. Not much interaction was experienced when I would go travelling. They would do their thing, then I would go back. It was a simple process. When I would go back into Earth, I would speak to the beings. Then they would explain things to me. Not everything I would get an answer, as they would say, it is not time yet. The beings visit many others for different reasons, they told me. And I'm starting to connect with others that has had some form of connection. They have said they have experienced seeing or feeling these beings at some point in their life. My friend Annette is one of those people. She started to connect with them after they first came to visit me back in 2017. They now visit whenever they have a message or when I have to go travelling to their home for teachings of some sort. There are times I can call them in and they will present themselves, which is very cool. Their energy is very loving and straight to the point, no messing around, which works for me. Humans have much to still learn here on Earth, and the beings are here to guide us. If humans are ready to listen and learn, they are visitors having an experience, and that nothing is theirs, as everything is just the oneness having an experience. Yes, I know this may sound odd to many. However, the beings are here to explain if we are open. This is a choice we have as humans. Stay tuned for other insights and messages from the beings. Until then, love and peace always. Sage.